lecture about his theory of relativity at the nearby observatory 110 years ago here in Berlin.
Let's start with Anker. So, as you may know, right, Anker has had over 30 years of innovation, serving over 200 million users across 146 countries and regions. Inheriting the gene of Anker's ultimate innovation, Anker Solix, yes, we have been one of the fastest growth consumer energy brand in the past years. Yes. So from the very beginning, when Anker entered this balcony solar storage industry, we believe it's an innovation ignites the future. So in 2022, we published our first basic solar kit to fulfill the balcony solar basic energy requirement. In 2023, we announced the first Anker Solix solar bank. Big success is mainly because we believe we discover the pain points from the industry. What's that the pain point? It's lowering down electricity bills. So, based on our calculation and theory, so from the pure solar to Solarbank 2 Pro, we have improved the self-consumption rate from 40% to all above to 97%. For the annual savings from around 160 euro to above 900 euro savings. That's not only theory. Real customers already seeing the results. So this is based on third parties reports. Last year, so the median user revenue saving, they're doing over 373 euro savings per year. That helps them to have 5 years around payback period. There's one typical user, actually, Solarbank helps them to save over 919 euro. That's payback period. It's 3.4 years. That's a massive payback. So because of this kind of value generated by to the end user, it's Anker Solix Solarbank is loved and supported by lots of end users, lots of 5 stars. You can see here. Because of this kind of generating great value, almost last year, about 100,000 users chose Anker Solarbank. And lots of them give us this zero good NPS. For some of you who are not familiar with NPS, let's take Apple for example. Apple's airport NPS is 75. Yeah, thanks to our consumers, thanks to our partners. So despite that contribution to saving the bills, also they talk about our contribution to the environment. Last year, all Solarbank users helped saving around 28,000 tons of CO2. What does that mean? That's equivalent to 1.4 million trees consumption in 1 year. Another part, I think a lot of experts recently, they pre-alert to say the burden to the utility because too much solar power into the grid in summer holidays, right? So last year in 2024, Solarbank users helped divert above 14.5 gigawatts hour electricity to the grid. So Solarbank users, we and our partners together, we help the consumers save the bill, save the environment, and save the society. Yeah, because of the big value contributed to the industry, I think, yes, indeed, we are promising about the future of this industry. Based on our figures, in 2024, we believe there's about 750,000 users, and the storage adoption rate is around 25%. In 2027, we believe it will be around 2 million users and about 50% storage adoption rate. I think that's a massive trend, and that's a massive demand. And we would like to play a very important role in the trend with our partners together. And then today I would like to use today as an opportunity to answer what's Anker Solix vision for the future, to announce Anker Solix new brand vision. Yeah, that's our new brand vision, to make sustainable energy easily accessible to every family in the world. That's a big vision. But we believe together with our partners, we can do it. Of course, vision is good, value is good, future is massive, but always we have a lot of work to do. And even today, we are also suffering a lot of challenges, right? The first challenge, we believe the current system already hit the limits, right? So 2,000 watts solar input, 800 watts output for self-sufficient rate, normally can only achieve around like 20%. And for the very high household consumption family, for the 800 watts, the AC output, they can only fulfill around like 50% the coverage rate. If you want to cover 90% of their household consumption, it needs to go around like 5 kilowatts AC output, around like that. So the end users always asking for more power, more capacity, and a more wise energy consumption strategy to support them. Second, if they want to have this kind of high power solutions, normally in current days, it means over 10 years payback for traditional solutions. Third, pain points. I think it's still very challenging for the end users to enjoy this new energy because too many brands, too complicated product solutions, and there are very few this kind of end user education, and there's no bridge inside from DIY solution and non-DIY solutions, and low efficiency, right? And they're not easy for them to trace what's really going on when they can install their storage. Yeah, challenge is there, but of course, always the opportunity also sitting with the new product. Introducing Solarbank 3 Pro. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome my colleague, Aaron, to show you more details of this star. Thank you.